Hey everybody, welcome to PoE, or Path of Exile. I decided that I wanted to do like a lore-focused playthrough. I've played the shit out of this game. I think I've got like 1,800 hours in it at the moment. But I've never really taken the time to slowly go through and read all the dialogue and pay attention to all the story bits. So I felt like that would be a cool thing to do. So yeah, let's get started. I'm just gonna do the default league. Not gonna do solo self-found or anything like that. Not gonna gimp myself. I'm also not gonna.
Quickness of body and sharpness of mind. How have you paid for these gifts? With innocent blood. Yours is a predatory profession. The business of butchering. You've stolen many a life to fill your purse. Now you will earn your redemption in Rayclast.
We will try our best. Somebody took my name. Shit. Alright, I'll use my other regular name.
Nothing like a brisk dip to start the day. Now where on God's arse am I?
Good question.
You and I, we're the only ones that made it to shore. Alive, anyway. Looks like you found something you can defend yourself with. Good. This place is crawling with criminals. There's smoke rising just east of here. Could be worth checking if the...
Oh no.
Is it possible to murder someone who's already dead?
I'm sure if anybody could find a way, it would be you, Mr. Shadow. But I'm not going to do anything super creative as far as builds go. I'm just going to follow a default one. Mainly because I've already played quite a few different builds this league. So I want to just take it easy and try something I haven't tried before, which is going to be a minor build. I've heard good things about it, so I'm going to give it a shot. And I might deviate a little bit as far as build goes based on what I need, but I'll try to stick pretty close with the build guide I found. Hopefully it won't end up being too long of a wait before my build starts to take off. I do have some alt gear that I'll be leveling with, so that'll make things a little bit quicker. Do not like these daggers. So slow. I mean, this first map is always slow, really, no matter what you go with.
It's nice not being dead yet.
Fucking Hillock. What can we find out about this guy? I'm sure the townsfolk will tell us. Why is he so strong? Why is he such a pain in the ass? I can check this hat, but I do have a alt unique that I'll probably use instead. As far as skill points go, well, I don't need the tutorial, but I'm gonna go up this way through trap and mine damage.
You finally got the big un.
I did finally get the big one. And we got our first piece of lore right here, which I don't think I've ever read.
You have transgressed against your God and your fellow man. You have been a willing vessel for the following sins. Unlawful avarice.
Who's
2
Ramsey?
counts of petty larceny. 1 count of grand larceny of church property. God has charged me with your redemption. You are hereby exiled to Rayclast, where it is hoped you shall come to repent your sins and make your peace with your beloved father.
Alright, so I guess Dominus is like one of the big names in Rayclast. So we've been exiled to this strange land.
Is it choice that carries you here, or is it fate? I see a need in you. A need to peer into your future. A need to follow the right path. But your future has already been cast. So open your mind and embrace it. Long ago, my people called me a Hatungo, a wise woman. Now they call me a revenant. But it is not my fate to return to the Mother of Death just yet. For now I stand with 1 foot in this world, and the other foot in the realm of the dead. I'm an inquirer of the living, and an interpreter of death.
Badass.
I sense you have questions. For a gift of silver, I will answer them. But you seek more than answers. Riches, power. These I can also provide, in a way. All you have to do is join me. Heed my words, but walk your path. The future is mine to tell, but yours to claim. It is time to fulfill your prophecy.
Okay. Well, if you're in this for the silver, what are you going to do with the silver? Also, she shouldn't technically be here yet, but since I've already played through, we're going to get her anyway.
I traveled here through death's darkened halls, walking the paths of the remembered. I am but a memory of the woman I was. A memory treasured and sustained by the Mother of Death.
Who's the Mother of Death?
I awoke in the halls of death, with the life I once led little more than a dream half remembered. Yama the White, my furry companion, stood before me with the seeing stone he holds now. Both were given a hair of Hinekora's dark knowledge, but each serves a separate purpose.
Who's Hinekora?
The seeing stone drags me deep into its core, where every instant into eternity is known all at once, like limitless rings on a tree trunk. Yama, like a torch in the mist, guides me back from the stone's infinite visions.
Right on. Maybe we'll find out more about Yama at some point. Karui gods.
Hinekora, my Mother of Death, is not the only god, Exile. The Karui are watched over by many. Namahu lends us fire, which illuminates the path. Tafor gives us the trees and birds that line the path, so that we may enjoy beauty and peace. Tukohama provides us with weapons
I know
and knowledge
Tukohama.
of war, which lets us walk the path safely. And in the final days of this world, Kitava, whose hunger knows no bounds, will take it all away.
So does that mean Kitava is a god? A Karui god?
I will see you again.
Fine work with Hillock. Where'd you learn to fight like that? No,
Probably all
I
those
asked.
people I killed.
We exiles have no history. Dominus took it from us when he had his blackguards dump us in the water out there. Here, got something for you.
Fucking Dominus.
Should help you kill a few more of those undead bastards. No, don't bother thanking me. The way I figure it, the longer we fighters live, the longer everyone lives.
Cool. Thanks. I'm gonna start off with a Stormblast mine. But before I socket that,
Founded by Marseus Lioneye as a supply station for his campaigns against the Karui. In its day, Lioneye's watch could be defended by just a small garrison of well-armed legionnaires. What have I got? A handful of starving criminals with driftwood clubs and rusted hatchets. The Eternal Empire has some right nasty leftovers. Whether it's something in the air or in the water, no one stays dead in Rayclast. Not the first time. It can take a little while, but sooner or later corpses wake up and go looking for breakfast.
Letters of Exile.
I've seen many an exile pass through Lioneye's watch, and many more that simply pass on. Those letters are my way of keeping track, of remembering. Oriath might want to forget us all, but I'll be damned if I will. Farewell.
You seem like a good dude, Tarkley. I wonder why he got sent here.
I saw what you did to Hillock out there, Shadow. Your murderous art is the reason you're here, in exile, and it'll be the one thing that sees you through to another dawn. I'm Nessa, and I suppose I should thank you for ridding us of that putrid giant. Back in Oriath, I feared your kind, condemned you from afar. In Rayclast, I don't have that luxury. Lioneye's watch isn't much, but it's ours. We could use you here, while you live. But should you wish to venture out, do just one thing for me. Out on the coast, amongst the wrecks, there must be a ship's medicine chest. I have many to care for, and there's only so much I can do with herbs and seawater.
Okay. Alright, Tarkley.
Tarkley's as good a man as you can find on this god-forsaken coast. He has some wrongs to right, no doubt. What they are, I've never asked, and I never will. If not for Tarkley, we'd all be dead.
Alright, sounds like
Take
a
care.
cool dude. People like him.
A sodden shadow staggered from the surf and surveyed the somber strand. That's the first line of the poem I'm writing about you, Exile.
Ooh.
Easy, lad. You could poison a bloke with a book like that. The name's Bestel, captain of the good ship Merry Gull. Alas, my Merry Gull is gone. My crew is gone. But my wits remain, after a fashion. There's an island, a hop, skip and a wade offshore of the terraces. That's where my Merry Gull ran aground. Watched the locals spit roast the ship's doctor, but his medicine chest might still be there, amongst the splinters and bones. It'd have everything Nessa might need. Dr. Shaky Hands Opton was lousy with a scalpel and even worse with a saw, but he knew his apothecary. Explains the shaky hands, if you ask me.
Cool. So he used to be a ship captain. And that ship wreckage that we'll see in the future was his old ship.
Poor Nessa. Not even a mother herself, and yet she cares for us all. And what a sickly, pathetic brood we are. May she live to have her own family. A real family. If anyone deserves that, Nessa does.
These people are surprisingly, like, kind. And they care about one another.
Tarkley, rescued from the waves. A stricken Bestel, fate's slave. From fallen crew and broken bark, Bestel lives, thanks to Tarkley. Arrow, the Merry Gull's cook, washed up on the rocks over yonder. Dead as a doornail he was, buried him myself. Then, a few days later, I see him on the beach. A little worse for wear, but upright, shuffling about. A land full of disturbing surprises, this Rayclast.
Alright, so the dead are coming back to life. I think that's all the dialogue here in this place. You can kind of see what my bank is looking like. So, got a tabula.
A bit too fiddly, even for me.
Can't use that yet. Go ahead and destroy these. I don't need them.
I'm not smart enough for that.
Fuck.
Yet.
One day I'll get smart. Take that. Get some life regen. Why not? That requires level 6. I can go ahead and put that in there. Maybe I shouldn't have deleted my shank. I think I need a weapon. Wish I had life sprig. Fuck. Maybe some additional rings. But hopefully,
I don't think I need to be doing that right now.
as long as I can cast this trap. Perfect.
The furnace down at the slaughterhouse. Yes, that's what this place smells like.
A furnace down at the slaughterhouse. Where did you come from, dude? Oh. We get the new guy, Mr. Tane.
Come no closer, unless you wish to experience what my vials contain firsthand. I am Tane, a freedman, and I plan to stay that way. Trust is not given freely, Exile. It must be earned, and you have not earned mine yet. But I do have something to give you. An opportunity. What makes you, you, or me, me? Some say it is the soul. An intangible something that exists before we are born and carries on after death. But I have seen souls that walk the land here and show nothing that distinguishes them from the rats and the rovers. It is something else. Something no man has discovered. A whisper. A flickering flame that burns through every inch of our being until it is extinguished. But what if we can capture it before it burns away? Bottle it up. Save it. And perhaps even give it a new wick through which to burn once more. You will find no shortage of ferocious beings near you. Kill them. Cut from their flesh a sample and bring the samples to me. We will discover the essence of being.
The essence of being, huh? Interesting.
My master called alchemy the science of turning learned men to fools. Every halfwit with an alembic would try to turn lead to gold or formulate an elixir of eternal youth. And Master Lucan was no different. But men like him rarely saw the magic in alchemy up close. The sudden bubbling of a liquid.
Oh
The
shit.
heat growing in your hands. The vibrant colors of foul odors.
Hang on. I'm being interrupted.
Tala, Exile. My master called alchemy the science of turning learned men to fools. Every halfwit with an alembic would try to turn lead to gold or formulate an elixir of eternal youth. And Master Lucan was no different. But men like him rarely saw the magic in alchemy up close. The sudden bubbling of a liquid. The heat growing in your hands. The vibrant colors and foul odors. Much knowledge is lost at a safe distance. In truth, the power of alchemy is not in turning one thing into another, or creating miracles. It is in isolating and extracting. It is about finding purity within the confusion.
Interesting. Alright, who is your master?
In Oriath, I served a man named Lucan Octavius, a wealthy alchemist of high status. I call him my master, for I was both his apprentice and his slave. Lucan's work required handling extremely dangerous, often very hot materials. Not the sort of thing becoming of a man of stature. So
Ouch.
it came to be that a slave like myself learned the nuances of the alchemical arts firsthand. As for Lucan, he was not the man he portrayed himself to be. He was more dangerous, more explosive, and more unstable than any material I had Republic, he was fatherly and genial. In his home, he was violent and lustful. I do not regret what happened to him. Only the part I played.
Shit. What happened to him?
What makes you, you, or me, me? Some say it is the soul. An intangible something that exists before we are born and carries on after
Yeah,
death.
this we've already heard.
Good day.
Good day. Thanks, Tane. Good luck on your search. I'm sure I will contribute to that. So we know Rayclast is a prison. Also, I'm gonna go check over here. I'm gonna try to like full clear all the maps as well as do all the side areas. It's something that will get speedier as we level up, because I definitely don't like to go slow, but these first few levels are really slow. Actually, shit, this is the path forward. Now I gotta go back here. But yeah, I've been playing PoE since like 2013, I think. So, quite a while. I tend to jump off and take a break and then come back at the start of every other league, probably. Sometimes it's longer, sometimes it's shorter, but it's definitely a game I've come back to every now and again. I guess these loop around. Cool.
Khan's canoe struck this sand with the
Hang on.
force of destiny. At his back, the greatest war host in Karui history tamed the wild sea, their canoes coupling with the land one by one. Lion-eyed gemlings met us with shining metal and bold words. Hyri's arrows withered their pride. Khan's axes silenced their despair. Marseilles Lion-eye fought bravely to the last. Khan honored him with a place on his belt. Khan has shown Rayclast our Karui strength. Khan will teach Rayclast the Karui way.
So Calm killed Marseilles Lion's Eye. Brutal. Calm is some sort of legend, I gather. Some Karui warlord who puts people on his belt that he respects. Maybe that's Headhunter? I'm not sure. I don't know the lore behind Headhunter, but if you're familiar with the game, there's a belt that's extremely expensive. Also extremely good. And it's called Headhunter. And it's a belt that's got a bunch of heads around it. So if that's something Calm like to do, perhaps that is the lore behind that. Let's see if I can kill this guy without dying. My damage still sucks. This is my least favorite part of the game, when you just can't just fly through everything in one shot. most mobs, you know. I'll take this belt because I don't have one. Get a little bit of resists. Cool. And we got our first waypoint. And now we're going to go to the tidal island and get that medicine chest, as well as a quicksilver flask and a support gem for our traps. Here's another story.
Khan has removed the eternal stain from this coast. The Empire's citizens decorate our meeting houses with their heads. Our warriors build homes for our families. Our families till the earth, fish the waters, fill the air with song. The Kardwi way is yet a seedling here, but it grows, gains in pride and power every day. Khan has kept his promise. The time of the Kardwi has come.
Okay. So I wonder what the history of the Karui is. Were they like natives of Ray class, or were they just a band of like original exiles, or another group of exiles that came here? There's Bestel's ship. Rip Marigold, I think it's called. It's a damn shame. Seemed to find ship. Cool. Easy enough map. Definitely gonna take this quicksilver flask. And ooh. I'm gonna get a few things. I'm gonna grab Pierce. Wait, did we already listen to this?
Ran aground
Oh no,
on the tidal
this is new.
island trying to escape from pirates. As tends to happen here in Rayclast, her crew met a far worse fate. Cannibals.
Damn.
Tarkley pulled Bestel from some hideaway in the wreckage. The ship's only survivor. Whether the ordeal fractured his mind or whether it was just in his nature all along, it's clear that Bestel sails a different course to the rest of us.
True that. He's a bit of a weirdo. But I like him. So we got Pierce. I'm gonna get Swift Affliction. I'll get Arcane Surge. And I think that's it for now.
Farewell.
So, you managed to salvage Shaky Hand's druggery. Nicely done. Nessa will put it to good use. More than that benumbed quack Optin ever did.
Optin, huh?
Got a job for you, if you're willing. There's a pool near the mudflats needs investigating. You'll smell it before you see it. Stinks like a carcass in high summer. That's not the worst of it. Dead birds walking. Animals don't rise up again the same as people do here. So if they aren't raising themselves, what's doing it for them? The answers in that fetid pool. Clear the place out and kill whatever's raising those rowers. We've got enough living dead to contend with already.
Alright.
Though they might look like you or I, behind those eyes there's nothing but darkness and hunger. Whatever's got inside those folks is not even close to being human. That hat Vestal wears? Saw him pluck it from the real captain's head right before the cannibals barbecued the poor bastard. Waste not, want not, I suppose. Yes, Vestal's got a gift for telling tales, but I'd never call him a liar. The truth's always in there. You just have to listen for it. Nessa's the one keeps the rest of us from losing our minds. To be honest, when she first arrived, I didn't think she'd survive more than a day. 2 at most. She's been proving me wrong every dawn since. Heard a bard once sing that the fairest flowers bloom in the foulest places. He was bloody well right.
The amount of respect that these guys have for each other.
That medicine chest you found, it'll do more than you might think. The medicine will run out, it always does, but Nessa won't. Give that girl a sliver of hope and she'll carry it to the end of the world.
Hell yeah.
Farewell.
What now?
Yeah, I got all of his
Let
dialogue.
me tell
She
you.
doesn't have any more. Oh, he has some more.
The task I've given you is dangerous. To face the cruelty that dwells in the living distilled and manifested is not a task I wish upon anyone. Yet it is what I've asked of you. So you may be asking yourself,
one
for what
second.
purpose do I seek to isolate this darkness? I once thought it was a symptom of the corruption that pervades Rayclaws, but now I believe it to be something more primeval, universal. An element of our very beings hitherto unknown. To better understand it is to better understand life as a whole. Is that not enough? Very well. There is more to the story, but it may take some time.
Selling
regards.
position 3. I'm assuming this one. And I'm gonna go back to my hideout. Sorry for the interruption. Every once in a while I might trade some stuff. Just got some things lying in the stash that might as well send out into the community. Hope he doesn't mind being on stream.
Tala, exile. Keep your distance from her, exile. One horrible night, my master flew into a great wrath and beat me to the precipice of death itself.
Fuck, dude.
For a moment, I envisioned myself walking through strange gray halls. She was there, watching me, unblinking, a herald for something far greater. She was there. She spoke. She said that joining the halls of the dead was not my fate that night, but that we would meet again. These are the faded memories of a terrified and traumatized child. Perhaps no more than a foolish nightmare. But I cannot stop myself from shivering when she turns her purple eyes my way. Because I can tell that she recognizes me.
That's intense.
Good day.
So he was beaten to near death and saw her many years ago. And now she's here. And they're in the same place. Because why? Because I guess they're, I don't know. Why am I centralized to all these characters is my question. And why are they so open with their histories and trusting of me? Especially when I've, one, only been here less than like 20 minutes on this island. And 2, I look extremely shady. I mean, just look at the way I walk. It's weird. I look like I'm about to fuck somebody up constantly. I'm gonna take a break there for now. Gotta go do some stuff. But thanks for watching, and I'll be back. Hey. Welcome back, friends. How's it going? I'm just gonna continue on to the mudflats and kind of take it easy, but felt like playing some PoE. So let's go kill this necromancer. Whoops. Oh, we got some lore over here.
Black storms descend on us from the north. Unnatural tempests of rage and hate.
Some more about calm.
Lashing our backs, tearing at our houses. The rain is shot with shadow. It withers our crops, sickens our livestock. And the wind
With every death I live a little bit more.
Breeds melancholy and madness. A spirit that creeps through our dreams, weaves tales of misdeed around our resting lives. We try not to listen. We try to remember ourselves. Some of us forget.
I don't want evasion blows.
Fight. Brothers die. Calm punishes those that quarrel and steal and murder. Yet still the nightmares goad us into malefaction. We Kardu are banished to sleep.
Damn. Damn. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead into the necromancer's place. Now normally I skip this place because it doesn't give passives and it's a waste of time. But not when you get new quest dialogue. You know, I'm sure some love and thought was put into this side quest, and god damn it if I'm gonna let it go underappreciated. You think I want that vest loot filter? You're wrong, baby. We got tabulas. Should also probably stock up on portal scrolls because those are gonna run out. And it's a pain in the ass when you run out and don't have more. Alright, this son of a bitch needs to kindly pass away. There we go. And I got the amulet that I've already got, and I already have like 4 of them, I think, in my stash. But whatever. It's all good. If anybody's watching and decides to play or make a new character, and for whatever crazy reason wants one, let me know. Happy to give some out. Although they're not very good, so I'm not sure why you would want them. I think I'm missing, yeah, I'm missing 2 monsters. Forgot you had to full clear this, so I kind of just half-assed my way through it. I have a single rebellious monster. Where's he at? Where are you at? This is the worst. I don't even have my teleport spell yet. Give me Flame Dash. There he is. Rip. Pull that up. Go here. Get some more damage. Also gonna switch this out. I have 2 buttons on my mouse, and so the first 2 flasks are gonna be put to those. Although, yeah, that is more important. Die. There we go. I guess I could use this as a stat stick. Might as well. Can't use that because I need int. That requires level 12. Got that. I guess I could do a metamorph. Why not? Cool.
Low on mana.
I don't believe there's any more lore around here, but I'll do a quick sweep. Yeah, no, it doesn't seem to be. Cool, on with it. Go turn it in.
Yes? Don't tell Tarkley, but they're the foulest fowl I've ever tasted.
Ew.
Still, exiles can't be choosers. Take care.
Roaming, rotting rowers, roosting right here in Rayclaw. Squawking, suppurating spooks stalking our sandy seashore. Blighted, bedeviled bird bones beaking about our business. What? Can't a man have even a little fun in this dismal place?
Of course you can, buddy.
Now that you've drained that passage, best I warn you about something. I was running down a wounded rower one night's eve when I glimpsed something in that waterlogged cavern. Looked a bit like a sand spitter, only the size of a bloody ox. I reckon it's nesting down in those flooded depths somewhere. If you're going that way, then do us a favor. Spill the old shield crab's guts before it gets hungry and comes looking for us.
Okie doke. Post. Orb of Storms. Man, I don't want any of these. Now this I want. I want Flame Dash.
A necromancer.
Ah, shit.
I've traveled inland on the Emperor's Road.
I'll go back and get that necromancer dialogue.
Had to skirt around Axiom Prison. That's the holdfast of Brutus the Warden. Bloody treacherous trip it was. Worth it? There's forest inland. Game, berries, fruit. More food than we can scrounge here. But most here wouldn't survive the journey. Would be a damn sight easier if we could pass through the prison. Tell you what, you carve us a path up the coast, find us a way past or through Brutus, and you'll have more than a few lives owing to you.
Curious to find out about the history of Brutus. Dweller of the Deep.
I've traveled inland on the
No.
Now that you've drained that passage.
Shit.
Rowers, overgrown chickens with a murderous streak. If you're not careful, they'll talon your guts out and snap them up like big fat worms. That said, be sure to rifle through their nests if you get the chance. Rowers are like magpies, attracted to what shines.
Interesting.
Welcome.
Well, I missed the necromancer dialogue.
Farewell.
Sorry about that. Purchase frost bomb. No, that's not what I want. Alright, guess I can't get flame dash yet. Okay. Well, it shouldn't be too much longer now. Also, this should be move only. Because you don't want to be running into mobs to attack them with your default weapon.
Low on mana.
I guess I could put that in. Probably need auras or something later. So having a chrome recipe item isn't bad. Not now, Tane. Just got here, don't even have all the parts. Why are you bothering me? Do 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 do. Oh. Man, he easy. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and port back to town. Switch that in there for that. Guess I'll go ahead and turn this quest in.
You managed to kill a granddaddy crab. A pity you couldn't lug it up out of the caves for us. Could have made quite the chowder out of it.
Ooh.
No matter. We've got one less reason to fear the dark, and I've got one more thing to thank you for.
No problem, buddy. Oops. Anybody with the power to give me skill points deserves my help in any capacity. Crit multiplier, trap damage. I want to go for this one. Then I go get that. Could put some cosmetics on my guy. Make him look a little bit less tabula rasa. If you know what I mean. Yeah. I'll do it when I get back to town next. I have some cosmetics from some of the old supporter packs.
Not all murders are equal.
So I'll throw one of those on. I also supported this league. The way I justify it is like, if I spend more than 100 hours in the game on a league, it's, you know, I want to support the devs because it's a free game.
Let's use what you gather before they spoil.
And I could have easily bought another game, but instead I didn't, and I ended up playing this free game, so I just want to contribute. Sorry, my energy is probably a little low. I'm exhausted, but I'm still kicking, so. Claw physical damage. What else did I pick up? Didn't I pick up some gloves? No, I went to. There we go. It's better than nothing. That I wouldn't mind. 'Cause yay, early survivability. And I don't really feel like suicide bombing Marival when I could easily prepare my defenses so that I don't just get destroyed by her. Usually I rush it, and I rush it so bad like I don't pick up any gear. And I also don't upgrade my health potions. Which I always run into problems at some point, but still I do it. Yay, more lore.
The earth of Rayclast rejects the dead. A black spirit of storm and dream now reaches into the ground and raises up our slain imperial foes. It leads the fallen from their graves and drives them to fight us beyond the end, rotted tooth and jagged nail. Our own remembered have joined their cursed ranks. No longer may we give our beloved to the birds, messengers of spirit to the sky, conveyors of flesh to the earth. Calm has commanded us to destroy our remembered with axe and fire.
Damn.
Calm is the bravest of us,
I am so good at
willing
this.
to bear the
I'm
ire of the
scared.
ancestors for the survival of his people.
Who are the remembered of the Karui tribe? No, that's 28. Okay. I figured it was probably better since it was unique, but ultimately the life is the most important. Life is the most important thing. Which is true. True as true can be. What else am I missing gear-wise? Oh, I need a helmet. Yeah, let's take this. At least until I can put on that tricorn. Are you just gonna say the same
Do
here?
you see now what we face, Oriathan?
No.
That was what slept within the creatures just near here. What darkness sleeps within me, or within you? And if we can draw out that darkness, might we then be able to draw out that which makes us, us? Think on this. When we next meet, we shall begin to seek the answer.
We're gonna find it, buddy.
Slow progress is still progress. Do not lose sight of what we work towards.
Okay.
The black spirit infects living flesh and bone. The animals suffered first. Their bodies changed. Their eyes filled with a hatred of mankind that is beyond instinct. Now it is we who must bend and bow like saplings before the sea-born gale. The firstborn of the kingdom of Calm greeted us this day. The firstborn of the kingdom of Calm was buried this day. Even our children are not spared the Black Spirit's touch. What have we done to enrage Rayclast? We look to Calm. Our king will lay the spirit of this land at peace.
That sucks. There is no honor without sacrifice. Yeah, plagues aren't cool, man. The Black Spirit. Is that why everything is so hostile? And the undead are here? It affected the animals first, so... Alright, so this is where Navali would show up.
Consider using those samples before you journey onwards, Exile.
Okay, Tane. For you, I will. Take that. Don't really need strength. I'll probably leave. That stuff.
Theopolis Prison's a child's playhouse compared to this. They sure don't make them like they used to.
Theopolis Prison. Alright.
The tale of Brutus was a popular one in the schools of Theopolis, taught in the hopes of deterring students from ambitions not condoned by the Templar. Brutus was warden of Axiom Prison and one of the most feared men in the Eternal Empire. But there the histories end, and the myth begins, with Brutus commissioning a witch to transform him in a mad attempt at immortality. A moment of hubris that didn't end well for anyone. If it's true, then Brutus has my pity. Some of us pay too dearly for our mistakes. Yet if you insist on learning from your own mistakes, then please, take one of these. You might need it.
Oh, jeez. I'm gonna take... added cold. Multiple traps. No. I'm gonna do added lightning now.
Take care.
At least for now.
There's a fine line between man and monster. Brutus, the warden of Axiom Prison, he crossed that line long ago. A big lad, and as you know from Hillock, big lads are slow. Hit and run, that's the way to cut them down to size. Unless there's thaumaturgy involved, then forget the hitting bit, just run.
Yeah, fuck that noise.
There's many a way to die in Rayclast. Most of them are mercifully quick. But you get caught alive by the goatmen, you'll wish by any god you believe in that you hadn't. I've heard some of the more superstitious exiles say there's a deity these goatmen worship. Abarath, eater of agony.
Hey.
Sounds like a right bastard if you ask me. So if the goatmen hand you an invitation to go have dinner with the cloven god, tell them where to stick it.
There's Abarath's horn. Goat King drank the smoke and ate the flames as his ruins spread across the land.
Farewell.
What a
Come to hear your poem.
Let's see what he has to say about
Brutus, warden of Axiom Prison. The way I heard, albeit from ale-soaked sailors, fear unmanned the great Brutus. Not fear of man, nor beast. Fear of death. Life is like wine, best enjoyed in moderation. I don't envy Brutus's hangover.
Why are you gonna laugh after everything?
One day we'll be
Didn't
strong
seem
enough
funny.
to make our way inland, build new lives on the carcass of a dead empire. It's why God sent us maggots here, isn't it?
Isn't it? Maybe.
What little help I can offer is yours.
Oh yes, okay. So skill points. Throw those in. Then I'm gonna go pick up these life. But most importantly, I guess I'll use this dagger. What do I want to use? I don't really know what would fit. I think the shield probably doesn't fit very well. I need some sort of shield though. Could I use this? That's not bad. That's bad. Some blue eyes. Nah, that's unnecessary. Madcap cloak. Outlaw cloak. That's pretty simple. Yeah, that'll work.
Tala, Exile.
Cool. Here we are. Looking a little bit snazzier. Now let's go kill Brutus.
court of the goddess, every man and woman is deemed worthy of redemption. Though you might be shackled by the tribulations of the past, the trials ahead offer you both freedom and glory. The future is yours, if you're bold enough to reach out for it.
Damn straight I am. Luckily, I've already done all the Trials of Ascendancy, so I can just read the things and chill out. So the Trials of Ascendancy are some trials, and if you pass them, you're granted access to this labyrinth. And we'll find out more about that as we go through it. I guess, yeah, for this character I'll have to run all the labs, so I'll do that and be sure to pick up all the dialogue and thoroughly explore those. That'll be cool. I'm curious to learn more about Brutus, though. What's his deal? I know it has something to do with Chavron, at least later in the game. I don't know if... I just don't know. I literally have paid no attention to the lore. I don't know why. I guess I figured I always wanted to do... Hopefully my mic wasn't too far away. I always wanted to do like a completionist lore playthrough, and so I neglected it until I got a chance to do that. And now I'm doing it. So this will enrich the experience of every future playthrough, because I'll understand what's going on. Damn. He just got annihilated. Sawbones. Wonder what his deal is. Take that. Might have to 6-link my tabula. so there's to the next level. I'm gonna go make sure I didn't miss anything down here. Also, thank God you can throw traps up vertical ledges. Alright, nothing. Cool. Onwards. I'm gonna ignore Tane for a little bit.
Curious. It moves like a killer, yet reeks of thaumaturgy.
Would that I could observe you more closely, my mysterious shadow. Why do I reek of thaumaturgy? Yeah, so okay, here's Shavron.
Still the Karui barbarians advance upon us. Lina is dead. His legion slaughtered along with every eternal man, woman, and child from Lina's watch to the foot of our axiom. Should the need arise, we shall retreat through Prizz's gate, raising my barricade behind us. Yet our salvation is at hand. Foul times demand heroic deeds, and through my arts our Lord Brutus will arise anew to defend us. May the dry sands quench their thirst with Karui blood when our mighty warden delivers his judgment upon them.
Okay, so Brutus was brought back from the dead with some additional powers in order to fight off the Karui after they had destroyed Lion's Eye Watch. Alright, Shavron. I think I understand. Order of Protection.
My loyal Declan, give Our Lady Piety your absolute support and watch her with absolute scrutiny. There is much to learn from the likes of the Inquisitor, the Umbra, and the Soulless One. I would hate for Piety to feel that she need shoulder such perilous wisdom alone. Dominus.
Alright, so Piety is in league with Dominus.
Echoes from these stones.
Your frightened heart echoes from these stones. And you're dead.
Big just means more places to stick a blade.
Nothing, but I will put this on. Letter of instruction.
Dear Chevron,
Chevron.
you have certainly had your work cut out for you with Lionized Legion. Do not concern yourself with Marseilles' complaints. Our Emperor is fully aware of the gem's fickle nature. As to your need to accelerate the implantation process, I can recommend a quite simple alteration. Dip the gem in a boiling solution of 6 parts blood and 1 part thaumatic sulfide for no more than 13 seconds. Any longer, and you invite the crystal's wrath. Once the gem is withdrawn from the solution, you have but a few seconds to install the gem in the prepared flash and close the wound. Should the gem cool too much prior to implantation, it will become inert, and you're patient with it. Trust in that bountiful talent of yours, Chevron. My thoughts are with you. Malachi.
Ah, so Malachi, the Act 4 boss, spoiler alert. We'll see him later, but he is the one teaching Shavron to bring Brutus back from the dead.
For some, death is welcomed with open arms. Did you end Brutus's suffering out of avarice or mercy? Only you know the answer to that one.
I mean, I can't imagine he was having a good life.
I can think of only one reason why Piety would be here. She's interested in the sickness that pervades this place, the corruption that raises the dead and twists the wildlife into aberrations. Farewell.
Fucking Piety.
Still composing that poem?
The warden's free of his own prison. Well, since you're so bloody determined to cheat the britches off death, you better have one of these for luck. And when they write the song about you, just be sure to mention that it was Tarkley who taught you everything you know.
Oh, I shall. I shan't forget you, Tarkley. Flame Dash, that's what I'm talking about.
Farewell.
What does she have to say?
Fate awaits you. Fate
Nothing.
will find.
What do you have to say about
Marseilles
Mercedes?
commanded the southernmost of the Eternal Legions, here at Lion Eye's watch. Why was he called Lion Eye? Crazy fool had his left eye taken out and a golden-hued gem put in its place.
That's
His
badass.
head must have made quite a pretty adornment for King Golem's belt.
Aw.
Yes?
Forgot his head was put on Calm's belt. There's actually a surprising amount of lore to this game. We need Vati Vidya from the Dark Souls series to do some PoE lore videos. I think his presentation would fit well with the kind of story that this game tells.
It lives! Let's see what else it
Fucking piety. Literally just exists to be a pain in your ass this entire game. Also, I have Flame Dash now. Whoop. Wait till I get my skitterbots. Maybe there's another dialogue thing about Aberath, or the goat, the cloven goat guy. Goat man. Ah, the Burning Menace.
Low on mana.
Wonder who that is. Alright, nothing. Ungalath.
Consider picking their samples before you journey onwards, Exile.
Nothing. The ship graveyard. No.
I'm usually the one making the ghosts. Someone's been busy.
Who has it been?
Calm stands before us and looks out to the raging sea. He sings, calls, screams to our ancestors to come to our aid. He offers them gifts of
We'll
old,
come back to him.
a feast of heart and mind, muscle and marrow, cooked in the fire and rock of this angry land. We have not practiced these ways in so many years. Only in the darkest of times, most desperate of times, do we perform these oldest of rituals. Only here and now may we sacrifice and conceit our own. Only in our king can we trust this return to our ancient selves. Khan is gone. Our king has taken our finest 500 warriors and descended into the depths of Raygrass. He spoke to us of a vision, a gift from the ancestors. Khan has been deceived. The
Oh,
vision
no.
was a gift from the Black Spirit. It has conquered Khan. The
Fuck.
Black Spirit has conquered the Karui way. Hyri has made ready her canoes. We will take those that are left, 500 forgotten families, and carry them back to their true homes. Back to Ngā Maka Nui. Khan's promises have led us into nightmare. Hyri will lead us back to the dawn.
Switch this to my outlaw set. Feel that makes more sense for somebody that uses mines, now that I'm thinking about it. Don't need that. Don't need that. Really don't need that either. There we go. Nice and simple. Yeah, I still have that. I have no idea how much it is, so I'll just sell it for whatever he offers. Not too worried about it. That is correct, right? Oh, yeah. Why, thank you. Feel free to enjoy my hideout. $2,509, 48. I don't know what the proper rolls is for it, but cool. Putting stuff out into the market. Might as well. Gotta keep the economy booming.
Low on mana. I'm a gardener, clearing the weeds so that the crops may grow.
Is that what you are? Slave girl. And all flame.
Consider using those samples before you journey onwards, Exile.
Distilled from naked ambition and unfettered obsession, the all flame emanates a silvern warmth like no other, and engulfs those moths fool enough to embrace it. Man, I keep forgetting I have flame dash now. I gotta get in the habit of using that. Alright, let's see what this Fairgraves is up to and what it has to do with that slave girl.
Frankly, I would have been surprised if you hadn't recognized me.
Oh,
yes, 'tis
jeez.
I, Captain Sigmund Fairgraves, wave tamer, pirate bane, and conveyor of civilization to barbaric lands. So, what am I doing here? Apart from blowing my own bugle? I'm marooned, languishing, thanks to a pair of pretty blue eyes. Stuck fast in the filthy mud of Rayclast, thanks to one sultry little slave girl. I liberated her from the flesh pits of Trathus, and she repaid me in full with sleight of hand, swift feet. Turned the coat of my first mate, took my hard-earned all-flame, and with it the wind out of me sails. Find my all-flame, I beg of you. Till I feel its warmth again, I'm trapped here, high and dry, until the sun's final setting. My all-flame.
Sounds
my
dangerous.
Blessed, damned all-flame. Oh, you want your moment, the firelight now, do you? Unfortunately, necessity is what it is, and for the all-flame to give life, it must first be kindled with life. And since suitable kindling is in short supply around these parts, I have little option but to make do with what I have. Namely, you. Please understand that as a gentleman of honor, it pains me greatly to do this. Hard times call for hard hearts. I'm sure, were the circumstances reversed, you'd do precisely the same.
Sounds like he's been taken over. Also, I thought we were friends. I'm wearing your hat.
I almost feel sorry for you, Fairgraves. Dying twice can't be fun.
Fairgraves' trusty tricorn accompanied him far across the seas, deep under the ground, and even beyond death. And now I have it. I'm just looking for more lore things. Doesn't look like it. Nope. Alright. Let's go track down what's next. There's a lot of like little short stories going on in this first act.
Mervale dwells in the caves beyond the wrecks, at the head of Siren's Cove. Leave her be, and we can only hope that she continues to return the favor. If you must take your chances with the Siren, then have this. It may be of some help. But please, know that you don't have to do this. Tarkley and I are getting used to having you around.
Aw, they care about me. Yes. That's what I want. I want my icicle mine. Destroy that. Purchase. Alright, what else do I got? Spectral. Mirage, Siege. There's Icicle Mine, Lightning Arrow, Reeve, Fire Trap, Incinerate, Arc. I think that's it. When do I get Skittering Bots? Not yet. Okay.
Fairgraves was a good man, fine explorer. He opened the door to many a new world, for better or for worse, usually for worse when it came to the natives. There's some peace in the knowledge that he now rests where he should. Let's not speak of Fairgraves again, shall we? He was an inspiration to many. 'Twould be a shame to spoil a good hero.
Can't blame him for the corruption that he suffered, I guess.
Greetings. If you have to quench your curiosity about Mervale, go look at the corsairs that haunt the grave of ships. Like any mother, Mervale's got hungry mouths to feed. Why would piety go and cut us off from the interior? Thankfully, I don't have it in me to know what that witch thinks. But I reckon you'll work it out, once you've lowered Chevron's barricade for us, of course.
Oh, of course.
Farewell.
But in order to do that, I have to kill Mervale.
Siren's Cove belongs to Mervale. Those butchering buccaneers sailed off that way. The ones that plundered my poor Mary Go.
Ah.
It would be poetic justice if they'd stopped off for a sing-along with Mervale's lovely daughters on their way home.
That I can do.
Piety's raised Chevron's barricade. Not that I was likely to ever make the trip inland, but it was nice to have the dream. Hang on a moment. Got a stray thought seeking safe harbour. Piety's one to watch her own back, so she'd never cut off an escape route from possible trouble inland. The cunning witch must be able to lower that barricade from the other side, somehow.
You are correct. Spoilers. That's why we can't do it yet. Oh, but we can. Soon. Alright, let's go finish up Act 1.
Welcome, husband. We knew in our hearts that you would find us. Come, Doresso. Ambrosia and Amarissa must meet their father. Come, my lord. Return to your family.
Wait.
Welcome, husband.
Doresso,
We knew in our hearts that you would find us.
Ambrosia, and Amarissa.
Ambrosia
So
and Amarissa must meet their father.
her daughters. Dangerous. Is Doresso... Yeah, I guess Doresso is the husband. Doresso is the fighter. Who we'll also meet later. Although Marival is a siren, so I imagine pursuing her in any situation would be dangerous. So I can't imagine Duressa made a good choice. Treasure chest. There's Amarisa. My child.
Now that was satisfying.
Her daughter was a squid thing though. Isn't that strange? Were they naturally those and just took on human appearances for like deception, or what? Ah, shit. Whoops. You all saw that. I teleported backwards in time. The Cavern of Anger. I wait a good wife. I could hear Marival whispering, so. It's kind of hard to make out what she's saying, though. She's trying to lure me.
Low on mana.
This must be her second daughter. Ambrosia. Daughter of Marival. My child! Ah, yeah. See, there are ghostly images. Luring us in with gold.
This is love's true face!
It doesn't seem like good. See, I haven't upgraded my health potions. It's a dangerous game. That was easy.
My first dance with a lady of quality. Pity she let herself go like that.
Ain't it though? Damp diary.
Duresso gave me the gem, kissed me, promised that he would be by my side forever. I sang for him. I sang for Oriath with his gem at my throat. Khaleesi's gem. Khaleesi's voice.
Who's Khaleesi?
I sang in her echo, performing arias that had once made the Empire weep. I listened to Khaleesi's lullabies in my dreams. I gave myself to her music.
Consider using those samples before you journey onwards, Exile.
Shut up, Tane.
Duresso left me for Zaan with a promise to free me from Khaleesi. I begged him not to go, tried to show him the wonder of my transformation, the beautiful daughters he would soon meet. He couldn't see. None of them could see. I fled from their hatred. When Duresso returns, I will cast his cure.
The samples we use must be fresh. Let's use what you've gathered before they spoil.
Love is.
Damn. She is resentful towards Duresso. I don't know who Duresso is or why, or like what his goal was with trying to get her to take on the role of that other lady. But it seems a bit fucked up, man. Alright, find the forest encampment.
Forest. Death has too many damned places to hide in a forest.
True. You got plants, spiders, dinosaurs.
I thought you were a fool for seeking out Mervale. A fool in love with death. Now, I don't know. Still, you've delivered this coast from the terrors that long held sway here. We may now find some respite, and that's more than any of us could have hoped for. But please, consider this. What have you become when even nightmares fear you? Goodbye.
Not good, I'll tell you
Quite
that.
a lady killer, aren't you? That singing squid didn't stand a chance. Knew it from the first time I saw those sharp peepers of yours. Pirates notwithstanding, I thank you on behalf of all the fallen brethren of the waves. Now that the final cadence has been played, no one need remember Mervale's song.
Hello.
What do you want? What do you want?
Fate.
Damn me. I didn't think it possible. All these souls Mervale and her brood have consumed over the years. You've done right by those that are dead, and by those who still might live. Stay
Cool.
sharp out
Well,
there.
that was Act 1. We met Hillock. Hope was drowned here. Cold, dank, and reeking of infection. That's how Hope fares in Ray class. The cliffs echo the hungry madness. Despite the warming sun, the breeze here bites with fangs of ice. So we learned about Bestel, and we know that he used to be a ship captain, and his ship broke here. He had a crazy drug alchemist on there, and we took his medicine and used it for Nessa. Mud and air seized with warp life. Sluggish waters simmering with decay. So there was a necromancer. Don't really know his story, but he was bringing the undead and Roas back to life. We know the Karui. I guess from what they said, it seemed like they were natives of this land, and they attacked Lion's Eye Watch, which was named after Marseus Lion Eye, who eventually was bested by Calm. Calm put his head on a belt. They call him Lion Eye because he had a fake eye. So that's now on what I assume to be Headhunter, the belt item. And then Calm was overtaken by the darkness, or the plague, the black spirit, I think it's called, that fell over Ray class. And they thought that maybe it was the gods that did that, but there was the crab, wasn't really significant. Darkness chilled into stillness, dusty winds laden with the scent of bone. old and otherwise. The climb, the cliffs glower down like judges in session. The prison, the air is rich with despair and apparition. So we know that Brutus manned the prison, and he was like an old commander or general or something in the army. I guess he died, but he was brought back by Chavrone, who was taught how to resurrect the dead with the use of gems, interestingly enough, which I guess is like the magic power source of this world. But the gems were used to bring him back to life. Chavrone was taught by Malachi. Piety is an annoying little bitch who is under the watch of Dominus, I guess. Dominus is the religious head that's looking over Ray class. The goats, we've got Aberath, whose wand we have, who is like the god of the goats, I guess. Whisper to agonies of the maroon death, the cliffs watch with goatish eyes. A corpse throat exhaling death. So Fairgraves was a pirate that did a lot of exploration. He was marooned at the ship graveyard, fittingly named, after becoming obsessed with this item called the All Flame, and then losing it because a slave girl, who I guess the All Flame may have called to, stole it, but then she got captured, and so we took it to Fairgraves, but then he got corrupted and tried to kill us. Then we got Marival, who the air needles the skin with its frigid fury. And Marival was a siren who took on the role, or fell in love with Duresso, I guess, and then took on the role of being Duresso's experiment, it seemed like. Kalisa, I think her name was, but she was a singer, so Marival took on that role. And, what else? Duresso left, gave her a gem, which corrupted her. So the gems can also be some sort of corrupting thing, but it gave her the new form, which was the fucked up squid thing. And she had daughters with Duresso, who were also malformations, or whatever you want to call them. So, man, a lot went on. A lot of little side stories and stuff in Act 1. And now we can move on to Act 2. Go ahead and put that in. Fills out our big passive, which is perfect. Is this any good? Max life, strength, int, cold resist, life leech, mana leech. Fuck yeah. What is this called? Worm's Molt. They say a lifetime of wisdom is carried in every skin the great beast shed. So I don't know who Worm is yet, but maybe we'll encounter him. Last resort. Desperate times demand desperate measures. We've got this amulet, the Araku Tiki. It is said to make you invisible when the Great Spirit comes to take you on your final journey. And then, we've also got Calm Sign. A token from the sea, a sign for Calm, to lead his Kuroi to Ray class. And then Wanderlust. All the world is my home. Fitting. That's all the uniques we've encountered. I've got some more, and maybe I'll go over them at some point, but ideally when they're relevant, I guess. But thanks for watching. That was Act 1. I'll be back with Act 2 at some point. Peace.